Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of James Bond Bitcoin Live 00124 hashtag elephant. There's an elephant in the room. Anyways, let me go in the note section here. Let's see what we have for today. As usual, I have the bond trading view list of top 55 coins and tokens compared to Bitcoin percentage and all-time high, flagged for shorts. That is the new link for today with my secret proprietary formula web bot trading machine. I don't have a web bot trading machine, but I do have a secret formula that I use to help all those people who are trading altcoins make more Bitcoin, because that's what everyone's doing from what I understand. And then also in the note section here, these are the things I'm going to be talking about today. There's an 814 million mystery near the heart of the biggest Bitcoin exchange. This is coming from Bloomberg. This was the Bloomberg story that Mr. Chris Ellis was tweeting out. And so let's talk about that. I know some of you already know it. Maybe some of you don't. But let's just quickly talk about it, and I'll give you my thought and maybe even a rant. Also in the notes section is Detroit Bitcoin trader gets jail time for unlicensed money business. So what's the difference between this guy and just about everybody else on local Bitcoins that trades their Bitcoin? Well, let's talk about that too. That's another elephant in the room. And that's pretty much what I'm going to be talking about for today. I'll go over the short list. The short list being the list of altcoins that you need to be dumping or looking for an exit or putting a short on so you can make more Bitcoins. But let me go over the rest of the note section here. Now, I know the price of Bitcoin is over $12,000. I will be making a meme with you today. So I'll be doing a meme live here with all of you in the audience. And we'll make, we'll try to, I don't know, we'll see if we can find something new. I'm thinking like maybe an elephant, something with an elephant meme to it. And of course, it's over $12,000 in there somewhere. We'll figure something out. So, okay, so in the notes section are the news aggregator links. Feel free to click on those. Coinspectator, real-time cryptocurrency news aggregator. CryptoPanic is a news aggregator platform indicating impact on price and market for traders and cryptocurrency enthusiasts. And then I got Cryptokings. So those are all news aggregator, because you really need to stay up to date on all this stuff if you want to know what's going on. You know, if you're going to be involved in Bitcoin or any altcoin or any crypto, just in the cryptocurrency space in general, you really need to be plugged in. So you need to be watching my show every day. You need to probably like it and share it and let everybody know about it. But most importantly, you really need to stay up to date on all the relevant news that's going on in this space. So that's why I put those links in there. Also in the note section partitioned, I have, of course, all the fake, joke, and real, and already forked, all the hard fork coins here. But first, I have here, I took off the Bitcoin Silver. I think I can say safely that Bitcoin Silver will not happen. Now, you know, right when I say that, I bet you somebody who's gullible enough will actually try to do a Bitcoin Silver hard fork now. But I have "It's time to stop" meme in the note section there. And it's really time to stop with all these hard forks. It really is. Bitcoin Platinum, which was a joke, all right, was a joke, but somebody gullible enough is now running with it. So I have the actual link to the website there. Bitcoin Uranium, still waiting for that. it has until December 31st to actually do a hard fork. We'll see if anybody picks up on that one. Bitcoin Cash Plus, planned date around January 1st or January 2nd. Bitcoin Clash Shirk, already, I wouldn't say already hard fork, but continuation of a fork of the hard fork of Bitcoin Cash. SegWit 2x, the fake one. The real one died, never initialized. So someone had to make a fake SegWit 2x and actually hard forked on the original block height. Super Bitcoin. I actually did a whole video on that. Check it out. So that's coming November. No, not November. December either 15 or 17th. I think block 48, 88, 88 or something like that. And then Bitcoin Diamond BID that apparently hard forked on November 22nd that nobody knows about. I can't even find the ticker symbol anywhere. But it was a proof of stake, proof of work with 4 billion coins. Then there's Bitcoin Diamond BCD that did hard fork on November 24th. Hard fork November 24th. And you're supposed to get 10 Bitcoin Diamond for every 1 Bitcoin that you had. We might even check out the price today. Why not? There's a Bitcoin futures. So there is a ticker symbol that I could find for that one. And then Lightning Bitcoin, LBTC. LBTC, the ticker symbol. So that is the delegated proof of stake. Basically proof of stake, no mining, just your computer. You run a node, you basically run a full node pretty much. I guess that's going to be your wallet as well, and you just link up with other nodes, and then you'll get to vote on who's going to be the super node or the bookkeeping node. And supposedly, I don't know how they're going to work out the whole staking part, but anyways, there's a link there's a link down there for you to check out for yourself. And then a list of airdrops. Last updated, or last time I checked, was October 29th. It's been a while, but it updates every day. CryptoCree.com/airdrop for those of you who are interested in getting free money falling from the sky. Also in the notes section, partitioned off, I have SegWit charts. These are links that may be useful for you. SegWit charts for if you want to see the adoption rate of SegWit. Coin Codex, which is a listing platform like coinmarketcap.com. Live Coin Watch, also another listing platform. CoinGecko, a listing platform. BitInfo Charts, kind of like a listing platform, but more on the technical. Well, not on the technical, but more on the fundamental side. They measure the hashing rate, transaction time, and price, but a lot of more fundamental details. It's good to know because you really want to learn a lot about the blockchain that you're investing in, because a lot of people talk like how great it is, but when you actually analyze their blockchain, you realize there's not much going on. And then Joho Mempool Statistics, a nice graphical interface for the mempool. We'll check that out. And Salome.io, that's another listing platform, but it measures social volume. It has a price to the token as well, or to the cryptocurrency, but it also measures social volume in Reddit posts and Twitter. And so you get to see a lot of quote unquote social engineering going on as you see the coins being pumped. Obviously, you know when it's dumped, because if you're the, how can I say, the greater fool that bought into it, you'll know when it's dumped because you're going to lose money on it. Coin, also Transaction Accelerator, if you need it. You probably don't, or maybe you will. I'm not sure. Bitcoin Cash, hash rate, historical chart, 6 months. I have a link for that it goes to Bitcoin bid info charts. Good idea, because there is going to be a difficulty adjustment coming up soon. It's a good idea to see how much of the hashing rate has moved on which chain, because Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash basically compete for the mining algorithm, SHA-256, that is. Also in the notes section is, can Bitcoin be replaced via multiple hard forks? James Bond interview on Crush the Street, published November 9th, interviewed November 7th. I say some interesting things. One of the things I said, the only thing that can replace Bitcoin is Bitcoin. So can one of these hard forks, one of these hard forked implementations of Bitcoin replace the current Bitcoin? Maybe. It's possible, but as long as there's a community who continues to support the original chain, it's going to be very difficult, but it can be possible. Also in the notes section, in that area that's been partitioned off, collecting your free Bitcoin Gold coins with Coinami. Hopefully you're able to, by now, split your Bitcoin Gold using Coinami. And if you don't, I actually made a video called How to Split Bitcoin Gold BTG01, just in case you need some extra help. And all those people who have like Apple or iPhones, there is a link to Mnemonic Code Converter. It's a link from Coinami. It's a recovery phrase tool. You can also use that to import or put in your recovery seed from maybe your other wallet. And then from there, you should be able to extract your Bitcoin Gold. If you just select the coin, Bitcoin Gold, very useful tool. You can also generate new wallets from that as well. And then have a link to actually Bitcoin Gold. I haven't gone there in a while because I'm afraid that they might have a virus on their website that's going to steal all my Bitcoins. Next in the notes section that's been partitioned off. And you know what? I finally saw the BitConnect video from Craig Grant about the grandma crypto. And yes, it is a sad, it is sad to see. They are pitching to the weakest and most susceptible group, the elderly, right, to BitConnect now. That is so like disgraceful. They're literally, trying to pitch your grandma into getting involved into BitConnect. And if you've seen that video, or you've seen the advertisement, Grandma Crypto or Crypto Grandma, the sad story about how she's living day to day, lost her job, and then how BitConnect is going to come and save, her life. Really sad, really pathetic. Anyways, if you are going to get involved in BitConnect, you might want to read these articles first. Why has ICO Index labeled BitConnect as an outright fraud? Notice regarding high-yield coins on top of BitConnect. What is BitConnect and why have we decided to distance ourselves from it? And just to top it off, James Bond Bitcoin Live 0017. I interview three BitConnect users. They all, in my opinion, they know that this is a Ponzi, but yet they keep promoting it. And two of them rage quit because, well, that's kind of what I made them do. And the third one was stupid enough to stick around to let you know where you could find them. I had a fourth guest, was not involved in BitConnect whatsoever. And it's pretty obvious to a lot of people that BitConnect is a Ponzi. And then also had Ozzy the BS Filter, special guest appearance. Didn't say much. And as far as I still know, I still think he's still confused whether if BitConnect is a Ponzi or not. He's still not sure. All right, and then finally in the notes section, I have the video. All right, I have the video theme for this video, which is VeggieTales, Noah's Ark, Elephant in the Room. And then hashtag yes2x93, which you're looking at now. I guess you could say this is a meme, or it's really not a meme. I don't know. It's a cover thumbnail. Not sure, but I am going to make another meme. I'm going to make another meme because Bitcoin has gone over 12,000. So I got to make a meme here, and I'll be doing that live with you today. And pot of gold, Bitcoin pot of gold. I have a link to that, and pot of gold donational address. I think it's now well over $100 worth of Bitcoin. So if anybody's good at cracking passwords, go for it. It is a SegWit address. If someone does donate into it, I can give the 8th clue to the 8th word of the 24-word mnemonic seed, and then that you'll be one step closer to cracking that mnemonic seed if you're able to take the 2,000 plus words and go through all the different combinations. You know, as each word I don't give away the word, but I give a clue to the word, and you should be able to come closer to cracking it. I think every word I give, I reduce the probability combination by, I think, 100,000 different combinations. So good luck to you. Anyways, let's all see who's in the live chat here. Dual overhead Camness, you're first again. Congratulations. 21 million club, second, but very close. Julie G. How you doing, Julie G? And Brian, yo. Let's see, FUD Machine, you're in here as well. Yes, we made it to 12K, and you were off today, and you probably were. I was wondering, were you watching the price all day? I don't work. What I do is I work out in the morning, take my kids to school. Then after I finish working out, I pick them up from school, and pretty much I get ready for the live stream. But I also watch the price. Maybe do a couple peer-to-peer trades. So I was watching it all day. Ghost Money, hey, I've seen you here before. Welcome to the chat. FUD Machine, did I tell you to buy Mona Coin? Well, if I did tell you to buy Mona Coin, well, you're welcome. Now you should sell Mona Coin and get you more Bitcoins, because you're right. Mona Coin has gone up tremendously, and you're actually going to be making more Bitcoin if you sell your Mona Coin to get more Bitcoin. Andy Anderson, welcome to the chat. Elephants are cool. Yes, especially when they're in the room with you and no one talks about it. Elephant in the room. 21 million. I know that there is I don't know if this is heresy, but apparently there is a Bitcoin God that's going to be coming up, a hard fork that's called Bitcoin God. Also, I think Bitcoin Uranium. And so I don't know these days. It's hard for me to keep up. And Richie Rich, good to see you. There is a Bitcoin God. It's by Chandler Gao. Oh, goodness. Very funny, Richie. Richie Rich. Let me see. On December 20th, so Bitcoin God's supposed to happen on block 501225 on December 25th, supposedly. Depends, you know, the block times, they kind of vary now and then. Jacob TS. Yes, I have some interesting links. I hope you all enjoy it. All right, so who else is all in the chat? Oh, Pisces Traits Rule 373. Welcome to the chat. Well, I didn't buy any kitty. I didn't buy a kitty cat. If you see my last episode, you'll know that that whole crypto kitty cat's nothing but a Ponzi and a pyramid for the most part. And Ty Coker, welcome to the chat. What's the coin to buy now? Well, I guess my whole list of shorts was not supposed for anyone supposed to buy. It was supposed to be for you to sell. So anyways, to sell to get more Bitcoin. Let's go on here. Let me get to the story, or let me get to this link. The elephant in the room. Let's talk about it. So what's the elephant in the room? Well, obviously it's gonna be Tether, and we'll talk about it. I think we're all happy for the price going up, and we may be in the back of our minds, we're all happy about how Tether is helping to pump that price, but we also have our fear and our worry about Tether. Now, is Tether a big deal? It kind of is, but it isn't. Tether is something that I think that that all of us, at least the people who have been involved in Bitcoin for a very long time, we all recognize what Tether really is. It is something. It is just a black hole. It is something where you put your money into, but you never get money out of. The whole point of Tether is not to, get you money. The whole point of Tether is to get you, well, in my opinions, for me, it's to get you more Bitcoin, or for other people, it's to get a whole bunch of altcoins and some Bitcoin. But Tether is never designed or was meant to ever be used to get money. All right, you're never to get your fiat money back. So it's like Hotel California. You check in, but you never leave. That's what Tether really is, okay? So let me go on here. Oh yeah, Bitcoin pot of gold. So here's the Bitcoin pot of gold. If you're new to this channel, this is the Bitcoin pot of gold. It is for you, the audience member. Other people, I've donated into it. Other people have donated into it. It just sweetens that pot. I think there's about $100 in there. The QR code on the left with the arrow pointing to the Bitcoin pot of gold, that is the donational address. So if you want to donate into it, make it a little bit more fun. I'm pretty sure there's going to be many people donating, but there's only going to be one winner, just like all the other Ponzi schemes and pyramid schemes we have going on in this space. A lot of people put money in, but there's only one winner. Anyways, the QR code on the right is an encrypted private key. And if you can guess the password, you will basically be able to get the private key. Now, keep in mind, this is a SegWit wallet. So if you have a SegWit, it's a SegWit address. So if you have a SegWit wallet, it will sweep it immediately. If you have a regular wallet that doesn't recognize SegWit yet, for whatever reason, there's wallets out there that just have not implemented SegWit. Don't know why. You probably have to bug them a little bit. But you probably need a private key decoder. And once you decode it by getting the password, it will reveal the private key. And so if you have a SegWit wallet, it should sweep it just fine. If you don't, you need to use a SegWit sender. And so Kyle, I'm sorry, yesterday Kyle Honeycutt was in the show. If you don't know Kyle Honeycutt, he was a guest on my show, and he created a SegWit wallet sender, or a SegWit sender. And if you use the private key with his SegWit sender, it will generate the redemption, I believe the redemption code. It'll do all that in the background, and you should be able to sweep it real easy. Other than that, anybody who donates, I think I've given away seven clues to the 24-word mnemonic seed. If someone donates, I will give away the 8th clue to the 8th word of the 24-word mnemonic seed. You probably have to check out previous videos to get those clues. But that's another way you can win the Bitcoin pot of gold. All right. Let me see here. What's next? Okay, so here's the Bitcoin trading view here, or no, I'm sorry, the bond trading view. This is created by James Bond Bitcoin Live. List of top 55 coins and tokens compared to Bitcoin percentage and all-time high, flagged for shorts. And so what I originally designed to do on this was to come with flagged tokens, which is over here in this box area. And I've come up with like a proprietary secret formula web bot trading machine. I don't have a web bot trading machine, but I do have a secret formula that I use to come up with these list of tokens, which is right here, list of tokens right here. And I set it up by priority. The top token is high priority, and as a list goes down, the bottom tokens are low priority. But the point is that they're set up in a way that they're meant for you to. It's like a watch list for you to exit out of your position and get into Bitcoin, because you'll be able to get the most Bitcoin at that time, or potentially in the near future. But I realized also it could be used for pumping a coin. And some of the coins that I put on my list here has pumped very well. Now, the reason why they pumped very well is because, not because I put them on the short list, because they are already pumping. And that's why I put them on the short list. And that's why you should be ready to exit out of those positions, because for every pump, there is a dump. All right, so I'll get into this a little bit later, but let's go on to the news section here, get that over with. All right, so here it is. So this is the Bloomberg article that Mr. Chris Ellis on Twitter was talking about. If you don't know who Chris Ellis is, he works over at Bitfinex, or I'm sorry, Bitfinex. And so he was talking about this, I believe, Saturday or Monday. I was anticipating this article to come out on Monday, but it didn't. It came out supposedly today. Let me see what. Well, today. So yeah, today, earlier today. I'm a little late night, so my watch is already showing like it's being the 6th of December, but really still the 5th of December. So I had a chance to read this, and I looked at it, and I didn't realize from the time. I didn't realize why at the time this article was written, and the last time I checked of how many millions of dollars of tethers there were, there's an extra like $100 million worth of tether that was created. Last time I looked, it was like 700 and something million dollars worth of tether. Now there's $814 million worth of tether. Like at this rate, it is starting to get a little worrisome. Just worried because how systemic is the risk involved with these tethers? Now, there's no risk to me. I have my Bitcoin. I have my money. I own these private keys. I don't trade on Bitfinex anymore. But what about everyone else out there? What about all those altcoins that people are trading in and out of on tethers? And what about all the exchanges? There's like Bitfinex, there's Kraken, there's Poloniex, there's Bittrex. I mean, those are some pretty big exchanges right there. And then there's other plethoras of that also use tethers. What's going to happen when they become all useless and all the users, if they're smart enough, they're dumping all their tethers into hopefully some kind of coin, at least Bitcoin, right? At least Bitcoin. I highly recommend Bitcoin, but whatever. If you have Litecoin on the exchange, buy the Litecoin and take it off the exchanges. that just leaves the bag holders, and so far the exchanges are most likely going to be the bag holders, and then probably some, the unwitting fools out there trading on the exchanges that are still on the exchanges and have their money or their tether tied up on the exchanges. They're going to take a socialized loss if this whole thing collapses. So anyways, this article was written, and it's basically about a guy, a Turkish citizen, I believe, and apparently he somehow was able to collect $1 million worth of tether. Apparently $1 million worth of tether. So it's just an individual. And so I think I'm not sure if they went to Bitfinex or if they went to Tether. It's one or the other. And they wanted to withdraw $1 million worth of tether to USD. Now, they rejected his request. Now, I'm not sure if they rejected his request because that person did not fill out the proper KYC and AML forms. Now, when Tether first came out, and I think Bitfinex. Okay, so when Bitfinex lost the their Wells Fargo relationship, and their other banking relationships, I started looking into Tether because that was Bitfinex really was starting to push that on to all their customers. So when I looked at it, all you had to do was fill out, the normal stuff. Fill out the form, provide an ID, and some kind of utility bill with your name and address on it. And then that's what you had to send them. And then you can supposedly wire money to Tether. But shortly after, Tether was also having banking relationship problems because Tether and Bitfinex are almost one and the same. Almost one and the same. So I'm not sure what they're doing now. And their website's kind of not so great to use either. Anyways, I never end up using Tether. So I just stopped using Bitfinex altogether. So from what I could tell in this article, it seems like they refused this Turkish person, supposed Turkish person, the withdrawal. So even though this person had like $1 million worth of Tether somehow, don't know how they got it, whether they traded on different exchanges or whatever, but he couldn't withdraw $1 million worth of Tether. So that was an issue, and they recommended that he goes to other exchanges where they do withdraw in cash. And one of them was Kraken. And he was saying the Kraken was so low in liquidity that if he took $1 million in Tether and sold it on Kraken, it would drive the price down to zero. So that was the interesting part about this story. So whether this is true or just maybe some FUD, maybe propaganda, who knows? But from my personal experience, I've never cashed out to Tether. When I did have, when I was trading on Bitfinex, when they did have banking relationships, when they had a bank account, and during that time also, Bitfinex has changed their banking like at least 2 or 3 times before the whole Wells Fargo incident. And so I know that they've always had issues with banking, and Bitcoin companies always had issues with banking, always. And so I know that it's always a problem with Bitcoin companies. So is Bitfinex a target of what I would call the banking mafia? Maybe. They may be. But also Bitfinex has always been open to taking on users and customers without doing any AML or KYC. So I think that also put them at risk as well. So Bitfinex is a little bit more risky, has always been risky. All right, their exchange and their whole, um, everything that they're doing has always been risky for them. I think they put more risk onto themselves than probably they should. But obviously, they're making money, and the money is good, and it must be good enough for them to continue to take these risks. So, but anyways, let me continue on with my story. Is even though I've sent money to Bitfinex, I've never cashed out to Bitfinex, even though that option was available to me, because I was trading peer to peer at the time. And so the only reason I would use Bitfinex is to either buy more Bitcoin so I could sell out to the open market, or I sent my Bitcoins there to hedge against the falling price. And just to buy it back later, I never had any intention whatsoever to sell my Bitcoin and then cash out to Tether, and then cash out my Tether into US dollar. So even if they did have a banking relationship, I know I would never do it, but I know some people were doing that. I don't know how they're doing that now. They have to be forced to buy Bitcoin at this point, or some other altcoin. Which, by the way, I think Bitfinex handles IOTA, if I'm not mistaken. Also, in the last part of this article, they did mention how Bitfinex is hired a law firm to handle, let me see, false claims. It actually says right here in the bulletin, in the bullet points here, Bitfinex says it hired a law firm to contest false claims. Now, this is a red flag to me. Okay, this is a red flag to me because anytime you have a company that's going out of their way to shut somebody up on, with threats of, like, you know, lawsuits and stuff like that, that sounds eerily like a lot of other people who eventually, have a collapsed exchange or a collapsed business. I'm thinking Butterfly Labs. I'm thinking Moolah Ltd. I'm thinking Josh Garza. I'm thinking, Satoshi Fake Wright, or Craig Wright, the fake Satoshi. Just a lot of people who always threaten. They always threaten to sue you for saying things about them that they don't like. And so when I see Bitfinex do something like this, it is a red flag. It's a red flag to me, because the simple thing would do, the most simple thing to do would be simply just to provide an audit showing everything, showing that they actually do have the money. That'd be like the most simplest and easiest thing to do. But because they're going this route and they're offering, nothing for the most part, and then now they're threatening to sue people who makes quote unquote false claims. I'm assuming their target is Bitfinex, if they could find this anonymous person. But as more and more, it's basically getting this Streisand effect, where the more they hide, or they try to hide, or they try to push back, the more and more people are going to get interested, and the more and more people are going to talk about it. The best thing for Bitfinex to do is literally just to disclose the amount of money that they really have, and to prove undeniably that they have $814 million somewhere. All right, that would be the most simplest and easiest thing. You wouldn't have to hire a lawyer. You actually might even get more business. So this is very unusual. Very unusual. If you have an account on Bitfinex and you have tethers, you should probably dump your tethers or take all your coins out of Bitfinex. Matter of fact, let me go to their website real quick here. me see, bitphoenix.com. All right. Oh my goodness. Are they getting DDoSed? All right, here we go. Finally getting there. So let's check out what coins they have. They should have a list of coins. Whoa. Wow. They got a lot of coins. Holy moly. How many coins do they have? They have, geez. They got Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Zcash, Monero, Dash, Ripple, and they have IOTA. I think IOTA is actually a coin, an ICO token that they actually had a hand in starting. And you can kind of see maybe how Tethers has somehow, pumped up the price of IOTA as well as Bitcoin and probably most of these altcoins that they are, trading on their exchange. What else? EOS, Sentiment. They have Sentiment. OMG, Omisi Go. They're trading Omisi Go and Bitcoin Cash. Neo. I don't know what ETP is. No idea. Quantum. Aventus, AVT. Edo. BTG, Bitcoin Gold. Streamer. They got Streamer. Quash. And Yo Wow. You Wow. Oh my God, they got more coins than anything. This is starting to look like Bittrex and Poloniex almost. So anyways, that's they got a lot. And they also have IOTA, and I believe IOTA was an ICO that they helped start. They actually have an interest in ICO. They have an interest in that ICO there, and probably has a lot of tokens. So if you're wondering why IOTA has all of a sudden pumped out of nowhere, because I have no idea why IOTA is even pumping. Matter of fact, let me just go to Salome and see if I could see any social media. What is going on? Oh, I can't get to Salome anymore for some reason. Oh well. Anyways, let's continue on. All right, so here is my next story. Is Detroit Bitcoin trader gets jail time for unlicensed money business. And so this is a story I like to keep track of. This is probably the other elephant in the room here, because there are so many local Bitcoin traders. Why have these people in particular been targeted? It's kind of very interesting. I don't know the details here. The username was TV Toys. I recognize that username. I've seen that username many, many times. So it says here, in a Detroit Bitcoin trader was sentenced Monday to 366 days in jail, so basically 1 year, for operating an unlicensed money business service. The individual, Sal Manzi, was arrested in June 2015 for funneling Bitcoin transactions through a corporation he owned called TV Toys. I think that was also his username, TV Toys. Manzi conducted 2.4 million worth of Bitcoin transaction over a 2-year period, according to a release from the U.S. Attorney's Office in Maine. So apparently what he did was, if you keep reading here, he bought Bitcoins off of Coinbase and Bitstamp, and then he would sell them on local Bitcoins. I'm not quite sure how, in what way. I could read the quote here. It is against federal law for money service business to exchange or transfer Bitcoins without registering. Manzi was aware that he was required to register with FinCEN. Now, I don't know how he was trading, but what I know is that if he owns those Bitcoins, he can do whatever he wants. You don't need to register for anything if you are the owner of these coins. Like if you legally purchase them, they are yours. You can sell them for whatever, however, even on local Bitcoins. There's always people always try to push this whole registration thing, and that you need to be some kind of money service business, or you have to be licensed as a money transmitter. You don't. Only if you're doing this for a third party. If you're doing this for yourself, you can use local Bitcoins to your heart's desire. Although local Bitcoins is probably pressured a lot by law enforcement, to make sure other people or their users are registered. I believe there's a lot of misconception on this. And you can see there's, of course, a lot of undercover agents were used to do trades with this Bitcoin trader, Sal Manzi. So, local Bitcoins, I don't believe is very safe to use. There was also a Michigan resident, Bardley Stickcow. He was charged with running an unlicensed money transmitting business after selling $150,000 worth of Bitcoins. Also, another local Bitcoin user in Missouri, Jason Clean. Another person also charged with unlicensed money transmission business. And so all, again, buying and selling to undercover agents. Now, if you look at this, I'm not sure what they did exactly, or how they did it. I'm sure there was an instance where they may have been entrapped in a way, or convinced by the undercover agent to be a third party in a transaction. That's how a lot of these stings go on, where you're a legitimate trader, right? You're trading your coins, but then they come to you with like a massive amount of money, like $1 billion or whatever, something massive that your coin, you don't have these coins, so you would have to get them somehow or leverage yourself. And all of a sudden, you're a third party into the transactions. They've essentially pushed you to become an unlicensed money business service. I think that's what's really going on. Because let's check out local Bitcoins here real quick. Look. Let's see if it loads up. All right. So if you look at here, let's see. Let's look at people in the United States. Let's have a look at cash deposits. Well, let's first have a look at all this. Like, look at all these people that are trading. Now you have to ask yourself, do every one of these people, how come every one of these people aren't arrested? Right? How about all these people in New York? How come they're not arrested? Probably because they're most likely undercover agents. Most likely they're undercover agents, so they're exempt from money transmission laws, right? And so most likely these are all undercover agents, right? So everybody here should be arrested, right? Or let's see if they have any let's look under cash deposits. Let's just say cash deposits. Why not? By the way, if you use a bank, to let you know, if you use a bank to do a Bitcoin transaction, you don't need to be a money transmitter, or you don't have to be registered, because the bank is the money transmitter. They are the third party, and banks are exempt from registering because they already are a money transmission business. So like, look at all these people here. Wow, look at the prices are going. And just to let you know, it's like no one's trading right now. How many people are online here? Doesn't say. Usually you discount, or you don't go with the first 5 trades are just for show. They're not really there for trading. It's this is late at night. They're just advertising. No one's going to do a trade in the middle of the night. So the real price is right here. This is the real price, or this is the real price in which they're going for. $13,000, people. That's the street value of Bitcoin right now. $13,000. Wow. Anyways, when I look at this, every one of these people should be a money transmission, should be a licensed money transmitter, right? Well, let's just click on this guy and see if he's licensed. Okay, there's nothing in here that says he's licensed. Nope, nothing in here that says he's licensed. So all these people right here, all these people be money transmitters, right? Well, no, not really, not really. So you don't need to be a money transmitter, or you don't have to be a registered for as a money transmitter business, all right, if you are buying and selling for yourself. So there is a lot of misconception there. There's a lot of misconception, whether you're a company or not. If you can incorporate yourself, but as long as you are trading for yourself, you are exempt. You are exempt as a money transmitter. That is a fact. So, I'm not sure what's happening. Anyways, let's see if Salome.io will not let me, cannot provide secure connection. Wow. Okay. That's too bad. All right, so let's do CoinMarketCap then. All right, so let's take a look at. Let me just take a quick look at IOTA. Because what is going on with IOTA? IOTA is kicking butt as far as I'm concerned. You can see here it's on my second list here. But I know IOTA was has some relationship with Bitfinex. I know they helped start the ICO. All right, let's take a look here. Hold on. All right, let's see here. IOTA, let's look at the social. Well, let's look at the chart real quick. Yeah, you are making, looks like you're making money, or you're making some Bitcoin here. And it's going parabolic right now. I think it has a lot to do with Tether. It may have something to do with Tether. Yeah, you should probably exit. Get as much Bitcoin as you can. This is probably the most Bitcoin they've ever gotten here. But let's look at their social media here. Okay, they got some tweets. Less than 2 weeks ago, it was 30K. Now we celebrate and welcome the 40K subs to Reddit. Okay, let's see here. What is going on? Is there something going on? This seems like nothing but hype so far. Yeah, I don't see anything here. Let's see here. Flash channel hackathon, IOTA, 30,000 prize. Public service announcement. This is who is stealing your IOTA. Okay, it seems like there's some IOTA stealing. Look, I don't know what's going on with IOTA. If anything, it seems to be nothing more than a pump. Internet of Things. You need a token to do Internet of Things. I don't. Okay, this is getting silly. It really is. So you all think? Let me see here. I'm looking at the chat, and I see here is just ask him if there's a secret agent. Simple. Okay. How about this? IOTA is going up because the Koreans. Well, let's take a look at the markets. Where is most of this trade coming from? Look, most of the trade is coming from Bitfinex. All right, and we know Bitfinex helped start IOTA ICO, and they're also doing a lot of Tether. Right, they're involved with Tether. So is it surprising to see IOTA being pumped? Maybe not. Maybe not. As a matter of fact, 41% of the trade is from Bitfinex. Coin One, which is a Korean company, a Korean exchange, that represents 27%. And you're right, there's an asterisk next to the price here. Let me see. Hold on. There we go. All right, so $7.75. This is incredible. This is incredible. There's an asterisk next to that price. I'm assuming they have excluded that price because it's too high. Let's have another look here. Binance, and then Bitfinex, OK Exchange. But let me see here. So Binance and Bitfinex, that's about 11% coming from BTC to IOTA. So over 50% of the trades is coming from Bitfinex, and Bitfinex is also creating tethers. So you could see why IOTA is going up. I don't think there's anything special about IOTA. So IOTA is being pumped maybe by tethers. Hey, free Skillshare Media, welcome to the chat. Hiroja Shive Space Odyssey Network, I see you there as well. Microsoft is behind IOTA, so let's check. Let's Google it. Okay, so Microsoft had a partnership announcement. Is that the thing? So there's a couple news here. That's a day ago on CryptoCoins News. IOTA doing big things as Microsoft partnership announced. A little-known digital currency surges 70% after teaming up with firms like Microsoft. So that's why it's going up. Is that the only reason why it's going up? We don't even know what they're doing. So Microsoft is also supposed to be involved with like Ethereum. Microsoft is also supposed to be, involved with Ripple and I think some other cryptocurrencies. But I really think, my honest opinion, is I think that that IOTA is, 50% of trades of IOTA is on Bitfinex. And so I think there's a strong relationship between Bitfinex, Tether, and Bitfinex helped start the ICO of IOTA. Let me see here. Is it an ICO, initial coin offering? Where did this coin start? I know IOTA I think Bitfinex did help start IOTA. Let me see, social tools, charts. Okay, well, I wish I could have access to Sloan, but whatever reason, I don't. Well, that's just my opinion on it. Anyways, let's have a look here at live watch. All right, so let's see if it's okay. Completing. Okay, so let's take a look. Wow, IOTA. If you look here, IOTA's at 226 for the week. 226 for the week. That is crazy. So okay, so Bitfinex is up 19% for the 7-day. Ethereum is down 8% for the week. Bitcoin Cash is down 1.45% for the week. IOTA is a big winner. IOTA is a big winner. There's something going on with IOTA. I think everyone's dumping their Tether and going to IOTA because it's a lower and probably faster transaction time, and they're moving their money somewhere else, wherever they need to take it, whatever exchange. But I don't know why they would trade the IOTA since it's mostly on Bitfinex. I think IOTA is being used mostly as a value transfer. And see, let me see. Ripple's down 15%. Dash is up 17%. Right here, respectively. Bitcoin Gold is starting to go down. It's just slowly but surely going down. 13%, almost 14% going down. Monero's up 43%. Yeah. Anyways, let's try Salome one more time. Oh, there it is. Nope, I can't go into Salone anymore on my site for whatever reason. Interesting. Okay, that's all right. Well, let's hold on. Let's take a quick look at the price of Bitcoin. All right, so it's still up. It's up 12,000. The price of Bitcoin right now on Bitstamp is $12,149.99. So yes, it's doing really, really well. So here I'm gonna do a meme with all of you guys. Let's make another meme here. I'll make a meme with you. Let's make some kind of elephant meme here. Elephant. Let's look up some elephants, shall we? I'm gonna do an elephant here. Not elephant in the room, just elephant. Elephant. There's a lot of elephants here. Let's see. I don't want a real elephant. I want a... Let's see here. Actually, you know what? No, maybe not that one. Let's see if they can do like a cartoon elephant or drawing a elephant art clip. Let me see. What kind of elephant should we get? A fat elephant? Skinny elephant? Let's see here. Let's get a little simple elephant. I like this one right here. Maybe something like that. Maybe not. Hold on. Trunk must be pointed up. You want the trunk pointed up. Okay. All right, Brian. We'll get the trunk pointed up. Let's see, a trunk pointed up elephant. I'm trying to find one that's simple, not too complicated, but has to have a trunk pointed up. Let's see here. How about, wait a minute, how about this one? How about this one? What about this one with the guy sliding off the elephant? Or oh, oh my God. Come on, how about this one? What do you think, guys? This has got to be a good one. I think this one's, I think this one could be fun. So you guys let me know what you think. I'm thinking something like maybe like this. Because everyone's having a great time on this, isn't it? Everyone's getting a good ride. Should I keep looking? Maybe I should keep looking for another one. What do you think? All right, I'm gonna go ahead with this. I'm gonna go with this here. Well, let's look a little bit more, but if I can't find anything else, okay, I'll go with this. I'll go with this. All right. So let's go with this one. Let me see here. Save image as, what is this saving image? Free elephant animations art clip. Oh, it sounds great. Free's great for me. All right, here. Let me. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me stop sharing here a little bit. Okay. Let me stop sharing here for a little bit and open my Photoshop and my desktop. All right. So I'm opening up my little Photoshop here. Free elephant. Okay. All right. Here I'm going to start sharing my screen with all of you now. All right, so let's have a look here. Let's open the free elephant. I think it's free elephant animation clips. All right. Let's see here. It's a white background to it, so I'm going to open up my one of my pre-made kind of setup here. Let me see. I think it's this one. Okay. Let's get rid of this. Well, we want to keep the Bitcoin on here. I'm going to get rid of all this and do the white background. And we're just going to, let me see here. Move this up here. All right, so here we go. Yeah, I think this is pretty funny. Let me just drag it over here and see where I can put it. Ooh. Okay. So let's see, where are we going to put this thing here? All right, let me scale this out. I'm going to scale it. All right. I think that's good, right? Should be about that size right there. Make sure I center it. I'm going to make sure I center this thing. There you go. That's centered right there. Okay, it's centered. Is it centered? Let me make sure this is centered. That's the center right there. There we go. All right, moved it up here. Let's move it up a little, or move it around just a little bit more down. Looks like I'm looking at this little small thumbnail. See how it looks on this as a thumbnail here, and looks like it needs to be moved down a little bit. I'll try not to show my private key here. All right, what's next? So what do I need? I need a Bitcoin symbol. Of course, I have that ready right here. That's going to be put on top right there. And let me undo that move. Undo that move and move this. So let me move this little line out of the way. There. That might be too big. It has to probably be a little bit smaller. And scale that down. Let's scale it down here. Oh, let me undo that. Did that wrong. Scale it down a little bit. Let's make it put on its belly. The Bitcoin symbol on its belly, right there. It's the elephant in the room. And then what do I need? I need some text. I probably need to put this line back in here. Put the line back in here. I'm probably going to add a little tether symbol in here. Tether's involved somehow. Yes, talk like Bob Ross. Just brush those paints. Look how it comes alive. I don't know. Brush, but you know, I think the Bob Ross paint kit. I think my wife bought one, and I remember she did her first portrait or her first painting, and it was supposed to be a bunch of avocados but it ended up looking like a bunch of black blobs on a gray. She made the background gray, and so it didn't look anything like avocados. But I would joke around when people would come visit us. I would tell people my wife, she made a portrait of whoever was visiting, and I would show them the the black blob on a gray canvas, and I would tell them that's them. I would say, look, that's you in the background, because it was so abstract. Let's see here. What else are we gonna? Oh yeah, we're gonna add some text. Let me see. We're gonna add some text right here. All right. So what are the texts gonna be? Let me see here. I can't see it. Let me see here. Let's multiply. Nope. Let's not multiply. Let's screen. Nope. Let's not screen. Let's not do anything. Let's see here. I just need to see it because I can't see it. All right, let's have a look. Let's say it's over. It's over. That looks good. I like that. Let's see if it. There we go. There you go. A little bit lower, maybe. Let's see how it looks with the elephant now. That should be all right. Maybe a little bit higher. Just a little bit higher. Yeah, I like the Bitcoin belly. Just a little bit higher. Right. That should work. It's over 12,000. Let's put it right here. 12,000 is going to be a little bit bigger on the bottom. Let's make this 200. And then 12,000. Oh yeah, got to do it that way. Let's see here. Let's take out the elephant. Should that be all right about there? I'm trying to imagine it with that and without. Should be just a little tad lower, I think. There we go. Blob. Blob Ross. Oh goodness. Painting's hard, you know. You think you can do painting and no, it's, you know, when you work with a medium, I never liked painting. I hated painting, actually. You get messy. Some people like that stuff. Uh, let's see. We'll get the guy to hold some tether. Yeah, yeah. We'll have the guy hold some tether. Well, that's what we'll do. We'll get the guy holding some tether. Let me see if I can move this down a little bit. Let me see if I can get it moving down. So the guy I can have the guy hold a tether or something. He's going to hold some tether. And all right, that's a good idea. We'll have him hold the tether. That sounds like a good idea. Okay, so all right. Now let me get rid of these here. Let's see. All right, so let's do a color range here. All right, I'm gonna have to somehow highlight, give a border around here. So we'll get a border. All right, and we'll just fill that in here. Let me get rid of that, and we'll just fill. Fill. All right, so here we're gonna fill it up, fill that border up with some black. Yes, and then fill it one more time just to make sure it's filled really good. All right, let's deselect that. There we go, and then connect that, and then put the elephant in there. I'm wondering if I should make these dark. I should make these black. I should make it, let's see, what color should I make it? I should definitely make it a different color. Let's see, should I make it black? See what it looks like black. You know what? I think it looks better that way. I think it'll look better black. Hold on, let me see if I can get rid of this. Yeah, I think black should do it. We'll make that black. Oh, you can't see it. You can't see it down there though. I'm gonna have to put a border. Am I gonna have to put a border around this one? I might have to. Let me see here. This is a little bit tougher. Should I make it black? I'll make it black. I have to put a white border on the bottom here. Let me see here. It's over. All right, let's make it black. And then I'm going to have to do a white border on this. Let's see here. Let me get rid of this here. Get rid of that layer. All right. Let me see here. Select the black and then put a white layer or maybe a different color. Let me see here. I'm going to put a border and then what color? Let me see, what color should I use? Let's just use a white. Let's see what happens if I use a white. If I fill that in. Okay, that's once, twice. Fill that in. And then let's put that in there. See how it looks. Can you see that a little bit better? How is that? Green? I should do green. Oh yeah, okay, let's do green for tether. Why not? Let me see here. I'll do a green. Like this dark green. Neon green. Let's have a look here. That's too much green. Darker green. Let's do a darker green here. If I do that, it's going to definitely need a black border. Yeah, it's going to definitely need a black border. 12,000, or I need to make this thing bigger. I need to make it a 12,000 to be bigger. Let's see here. Let's do 300. Oh, that's huge. Let's say 50. No, not 350, 250. 250. I have to get rid of this layer. And then maybe move this down. All right, we'll do that. And then let me get the tether now. Let's get the tether out there. I think I have a tether. Should be bigger, huh? You think it should be bigger? Let's see here. 300. There we go. How's that? Is that big enough? It's a masterpiece, huh? There we go. Over 12,000. Let's see. Hold a little piece of tether in here. Let me see. I have to copy and paste this one. That's good enough. I'm going to copy it and then paste it on here. There it is. There's me tether. It's going to be huge for this guy. I'm going to shrink this down here. All right, let's shrink this and bring it down to scale. Scale this. Right. One more thing before we do the tether thing. I need to add a masking layer to it. And just add his hand in there. Let's see here. All right, let's use this one. There we go. Just there we go. All right. I think we made that fun. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just has to be good enough. Let's see here. Let's see how it looks. Just a little bit more on the top. All right, let's see how it looks. It might have to be moved around just a little bit. Here, let me move it around just one more, just a little bit. All right, there we go. So what do you think now? Best meme ever. Boom. Yeah, I think it's a masterpiece, isn't it? It is. It's a masterpiece. Oh goodness. All right, there we go. Elephant in the room. I like it. Let's move this blue line out of the way. All right, we're gonna save this one. Wow, it's a masterpiece here. It's a masterpiece. Oh my goodness. Save it, copy. We're gonna have to call it something else. Let's see, JPEG it. What should we call it? This is gonna be part of my other collection, 93. Hashtag yes2x 94. 94. Beautiful. This is the most beautiful meme I've ever seen. All right. Let's see here. All right, here. I'll have to stop sharing and move this over onto into a page here. Hold on. All right. All right. So let's have a look here. Oh boy. All right. So I'm moving over to my Google Drive, and I'll add it on here so everyone can share on the big screen what it is. Very lovely meme. That's the meme I'm going to put on for this because we're at 12,000. Gotta love it. So after I put this meme up, I'll do a chart analysis. We'll take a look. All right, let's see here. I'm adding it to my memes. Uploading it right now. Hashtag yes2x. Let me see. Hashtag yes2x94. Beautiful. This is getting beautiful here. All right, I'm getting the link for it. I'm going to put it in the notes section right now. Let me see here. So add it to the notes section. Here it is. Let me see. All right, so if everyone refreshes or checks their notes section here, hashtag yes2x94 and saved in the notes section. Saved in the notes section. Okay. As far as the meme itself, let me bring that out here. Bring it out. Let's see. Make another window. And put it right here. There we go. That's beautiful. All right. All right. Now I'm going to share. I'm going to share with all you this wonderful, wonderful meme that I made with all of you. There it is. It's over 12,000. There we go. And we got we got we got Bit Phoenix holding onto their tether as Bitcoin here gives everyone a good ride. The elephant in the room, everybody. I hope you all love that. Oh, goodness. All right. So now we're going to go on to a chart analysis here. So here's the end result. Beautiful. This is what I do all day. Isn't that amazing? Man, being a meme artist is tough. Man, being a meme artist, you think it's easy. It's not, especially when you're doing it live. Very hard to do. Actually, let me see here. Let me get rid of this here. All right, so say goodbye to this one. All right. And then let's see here. All right, so let's go back to, let's do Joho's. Let's check out the mempool real quick. All right, so let's take a look at the mempool. Man, the mempool is exploding out of nowhere. Okay, so let's have a look here. What is this yellow line? 50 to 70 satoshis. So right now, and you know, looks like the mempool started building up around 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and so it started exploding. The fees got all the way up to 70 to, no, actually even higher than that. Let me see, where is that? No. Okay, 100 to 140, sometimes a little bit higher. The peak looks like 140 to 200 satoshis, but this blue line here, this blue area, that represents 70 to 100 satoshis. Right now, it's right around here in this kind of yellowish area. That's 50 to 70 satoshis. So right now, 50 to 70 satoshis per byte will get you into the block. A little bit higher would be better, but you're getting different stratifications here. So looks like it's starting around, today it started around 10 o'clock, and it just died down now. Hopefully it'll die down some more. Let's have a look at the trade block. Before I go to the chart analysis, I'll go over all the altcoins. All right, so there's 32, no, not 32, 23,000 transactions in the mempool. Hopefully it will peak out tonight and start dropping, but I have a feeling there's probably going to be more transactions tomorrow. So probably expect the fees to go up a little bit tomorrow. Okay. Then let's also look at the fees. Coinfees.earn.com. Oh, Pisces traits rule 373. Unfortunately, I don't have a Steemit account. I don't believe in Steemit. Although I should probably be more agnostic, but you know, I just don't agree with the platform. I think there's something better that's going to come out than Steemit, and I'll wait for that one. So yeah, it looks like a lot of the transactions are done here in the looks like 70, 60 satoshis to anywhere around 10 to 60 satoshis. That's where the blocks are getting, or that's where the mempool's building up. 70 satoshis sounds about right about now. Sounds about right. If you really want to, it looks like your 150 satoshis is going to be the medium, but really anything above 70, I think you'll be okay. Let's see what it says. 140 satoshis per byte right here. That's 31,640 satoshis. All right, so let's check it out here. Okay, so let's go over the list here. And so top on my list is XML, which is Stellar. So that's top of my too short list, or exit. Look for an exit strategy. After that, it's IOTA. IOTA is second. Third is XMR, which is Monero. Now, Monero is a good, actually, believe it or not, I believe Monero and Dash. Okay, Monero and Dash. I've looked at those charts. I've kind of been watching them since I've been doing this. Those are the best coins to make more Bitcoin because they range up and down in a very predictable way. And I think you can actually make more Bitcoins. I think Monero and Dash, if you trade those, you'll be able to make more Bitcoins. because all the other altcoins, um, they seem to wait for a pump, and then you have to dump them. It's basically all the other altcoins are just pump and dumps. You're either involved in it or you know of it beforehand, or you're the one that started the pump and dump. Otherwise, there's as a normal trader, there's nothing there. EOS is on the fourth list. Mona coin, that came out of nowhere. Bitcoin also up and down on my list. But that's what, fifth. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 on my list. Seventh is Populous. Eighth is Syscoin. Ninth, which is kind of new on my short list, is BAT, Basic Attention Token. 10th is, I believe that's Gollum or Genosis. GNO. I'm going to check that out. GNO. GNO. Genosis. Okay. Yeah, it's Genosis. GNO's Genosis. So that's 10th. 11th is Salt. And 12th is Waves. 13th is Arc. And then 14th place is Ardor. 15th place is Library Credits. 15th place is Litecoin. Pivx is 16th place, and REP Augur is last. Now that the bottom of my list is more of a low priority, but it doesn't. You shouldn't exclude trying to get more Bitcoins out of these coins. But these coins on the top list, they're high priority because they are pumping right now, and you should be able to get the most amount of Bitcoins for them. Pisces traits rule 737. Do I think something will take over Facebook? It's hard. Facebook has like tremendous I wouldn't say first mover advantage, but they definitely have the network effect. They're definitely dominant, and everyone knows Facebook, and they don't even have to use cryptocurrencies really. So until until people are more open, to a platform like Steam. The only thing, my experience with Steam is that it's really, there's a pump and dump group for Steam it, or there's a quote unquote guild, and some of that stuff you see on YouTube and maybe even on Facebook, where people are manipulating the platform to get upvoted, and then you have to deal with the whales on the platform, and then you have to deal with the Steam it police. And so not that anything like that is that's not exclusive to Steam it. This if you want to compare it to something like YouTube, I mean, you see YouTube being censoring all the time, and like some of my videos don't even get in the search at all, unless you're very, very specific at looking for my video, which is James Bond Bitcoin Live. Then you'll be able to find me relatively easy. But other than that, they don't even show up on today or in a week or nothing. It just never gets shown for whatever reason. So, but I try to limit myself. You think overexposing yourself, there's no harm in doing that, but there is. Just overdoing it, sometimes overextending yourself. It's like having so many altcoins, and then you try to have a wallet outside the exchanges. You have to have a wallet for all these altcoins that you want to trade, which is such a pain in the butt. Having different accounts, Twitter or Facebook, and then the Steam, and then whatever else that you got, Reddit account, and all these accounts. It's like, for me, I just keep it simple. I like the YouTube medium. You can kind of do a podcast, but do visuals, and do live, and it does post to other links. If you want to, you can definitely share. You can definitely share. Uh, you know, feel free to share. I mean, there is a link to this meme here. If you want to share it on Steam, and don't mind. I'm not going to restrict anybody. The video, I see my videos posted on Steemit, and people are making money on it. So if you want to go ahead and post it on Steemit, that's fine with me. I I don't have a problem with it. It's just that trying to. I guess I could sign up for a Steemit and all that, but I just don't want to overdo myself. I think the platform itself is very young until it actually matures a lot better, and you don't get the manipulation on Steemit that I pretty much, from my analysis and research into Steemit, that's what it seems like. It seems like it's definitely being run by the whales and the Steemit police and all these other people. And if you look at, there's a lot of good content over there, but also there's a lot of just junk content that just gets upvoted for no other purpose than that they're in a guild and everybody is just upvoting each other's, and it becomes like a crony capitalism. But again, it's not like that's not happening anywhere else. So I prefer YouTube. That's just me. Let me see here. All right, so let's finally get on to chart analysis. Enough about me talking. Let me see. Bitcoin wisdom. Did it just go down in price or what? Or is it going up? It's going up. Jeez. Holy moly. It just keeps going higher and higher. It hit an all-time high of $12,316 on Bitstamp here. I'm going by Bitstamp. But on Bitfinex it's already 12,332. Gosh, this is crazy. So let me do my lines, my typical line. Man, at this rate, I'm going to be doing a $13,000, it's over 13,000 meme by next week. It seems like every week we're going up another $1,000. Ta Michelle Knight, hey, welcome to the chat. I just saw you. IOTA to the moon. Well, you know what? If Bitcoin goes to the moon, IOTA will go to the moon, because Bitfinex trades. Most of the trades are on Bitfinex, and Bitfinex is pumping out tethers like crazy. And as long as they pump out tethers like crazy, I think the people who are on Bitfinex are using tethers to, pump up that price. All right, so here we go. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, you can't deny this is it's really hard to deny that there's really a breakout here. All right, at this point, this is not a bubble. Okay, this is not a bubble. We're not close to a bubble yet. So my target price now that I'm looking at this chart is $21,000. The price of Bitcoin going up to $21,000. I think that's probably, in my opinion, that's probably the top of this wave going up. Wow. Well, I can check out the price of Bitstamp. Not Bitstamp. Was it Bitcoin Cash or Bcash? Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash is slowly going down, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Now that Bitstamp open, Bitstamp started trading Bitcoin Cash, and I have a feeling like, yeah, look at that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you could see right here down, and uh, Bitcash supporters were like all happy that all these exchanges are trading Bitcoin Cash. I don't think they realize that that means there's a lot of also Bitcoin supporters that now have a place to dump Bitcoin Cash now, and they're probably buying Bitcoin, and that's probably why you're seeing the price go up. So it wouldn't surprise me if the fact that Bitstamp made Bitcoin Cash available to trade against Bitcoin on their exchange is one of the reasons why Bitcoin is going up and Bitcoin Cash is going down. And you can kind of see right here, like right here, you could see it right there, that the value of Bitcoin Cash versus Bitcoin, it's going down. It's going down. So, so that's too bad. And also, BitMix will also be dumping Bitcoin Cash and getting Bitcoin and giving it out to their users. So that's another reason. Look, it's at 310. It's just keep pushing. It's pushing the all-time. It's at 12,315. It was at 15. Let's see if it breaks. That'd be kind of interesting. It just keeps breaking all-time highs. Anyway, so let me take a look at the 1 hour and see what it's doing. Oh yeah, look at that. The price is just hitting up all-time highs. Wow. There's nothing for me to, well, there's no top on this yet. I'm not going to put a top on it. But I will put up some support areas in which we can look at some support areas. All right, so these are some support areas right here. And yeah, it looks good. It looks really, really good. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's a support area, 11,800. Another support area is 11,400. Support, another support would be 10,900. And then right here, which is about 10,500, somewhere around 10,500 is another support area. So if you're looking for any support or buyback or a place you want to buy back in, those might be some supports. But if you, I'm afraid if you, oh my God, it's making another all-time high. All-time high, $12,328 now. All-time high, everybody. Wow. Wow. So there you go. Make another all-time high. Uh, if you've already missed out on this run, it's already too late to try to wait for a dip. That dip may not come for a while, and by the time that dip happens, there's probably a really good chance you won't buy in because you're worried that the price will go down further. People are just like that. They have that kind of, they just do those kind of things. Well, Roger Ver, Pisces trait rule 373. Roger Ver will. I don't think he's going to commit suicide anytime soon. He still has a lot of Bitcoin. I mean, the guy's kind of he's kind of gone cuckoo a little bit with this whole Bitcoin Cash thing, but he's not stupid enough to sell all his Bitcoin. I think he still has a lot of his Bitcoins. So, I find that ironic that he doesn't agree with the way Bitcoin is going and doesn't like how it's being done and all that, and but yet the guy still holds a lot of Bitcoin. So if he hates it that much, he should just, you know, go somewhere else, do something else. So, all right, let's see. Let's look at the 12-hour. Wow. Okay, let's take away these lines. These lines mean nothing now. All right, so let me see here. Oh, wow. So right now, the support, look at that. It's getting a nice little lift off right about here. That 12-hour looks really nice. It's probably gonna, it has very strong momentum, very strong momentum. If you're looking for more support areas, let me see, right around here, $10,150 is a support area. That's about it. I don't think there's any other support areas. This could be a support area right here, which is, let me see, 9,000. But I don't think it's hard to hit that support because everything is just moving up. There's so much momentum, so much pressure that I just don't see it going down or crashing. With the futures, and the futures I think also helped. People say there's naked shorting. You know, people say there's naked shorting, but here's the thing: is I don't think there is naked shorting. All right. I think what people are doing, or what institutional or maybe Wall Street traders are doing, is they may be buying over the counter Bitcoin. All right, they're buying over the counter. They're buying from someone supplying these guys with Bitcoin. They're willing to pay a lot of cash, a lot of money, you know, to go ahead and acquire actual real Bitcoins. Now, to instead of selling your Bitcoin, right, to retain profits, you just go to the futures market and say, hey, I want to buy, you know, whatever contract, and you know, to short it. So if it does short, you don't have to sell your Bitcoin, but you're still able to make or retain your value. You're able to retain the value of the Bitcoin or your profits. And what you can do is you can just go ahead and take that money and buy more Bitcoin when it dips. It's a pretty good strategy, in my opinion. So you're hodling your Bitcoin, you're buying futures contract in order to sell your Bitcoin, but you're not really selling your Bitcoin. You're just making a bet, right? And if it does go down, you win the bet. If it doesn't go your way and the price just keeps going up, well, all you do is you just, you know, you pay the contract, you pay the fee for the contract, never execute on it, and then you have your Bitcoin. You have your Bitcoin. Your Bitcoins are worth more in hand than it is, you know, on an exchange. And so I think that's also helped. There's a lot of factors that are just pushing Bitcoin up, you know, and then with the futures contract, I wouldn't say it's an insurance, but it could be used in insurance. It's possible to get an ETF going. I don't know why anybody would want to do an ETF, but an ETF would help other people get into Bitcoin. The best thing, in my opinion, the best way to get into Bitcoin is just actually buying Bitcoin itself. And at these higher prices, I have to admit, it's going to get harder and harder to buy Bitcoin. It really is. It's going to get harder and harder to buy Bitcoin. Wow. So anyways, let me take a look here at what else. Let's have a look at the daily. Yeah. There's there's a little gap here. Slight gap. Not too much on the daily, but really looks strong. Look at that. It's just going to, I just don't see anything stopping this price. There's nothing. This is all new all-time highs. There's nothing that we can look at other than maybe capping this at 3 times 7,000, which is at 21,000. That's the only thing that I think that can really cap this price is the fact that it's going to go 3 times at 7,000. So 3 times 7,000 is 21,000. That's probably the only cap that I can see. Some people are making a price prediction of 14,000, which is now very plausible. By the end of this year, it's very plausible 14,000, but just as easy as 21,000. I mean, we don't. We just moved $1,000 in pretty much a week. 1 week, it's $1,000. I mean, my goodness. All right, so well, we hit an all-time high already. It's $12,333 now is the all-time high. And I don't know if you noticed, but there was like a 43 or 48 Bitcoin wall right here that is being eaten up, or it's going away. So it's a bad time to be selling your Bitcoin. You should be like holding your Bitcoin and letting the price go as high as you can. So, wow, incredible. As I'm watching this, it just keeps going up higher. Okay, so let's have a look at the 3-day. I don't know. Fun machine. I don't know if it's becoming useless. It's because I'm still trading peer to peer, and people are still buying Bitcoin from me. I'm just giving them like fractional amounts. The transaction cost does cost more because the price of Bitcoin costs more. But considering the the amount of which when I bought it to the time when I'm selling it, I'm okay with, with a $5 transaction fee. So it's people are still buying Bitcoins. People are still selling Bitcoin. I mean, let's just here. I'll prove it to you. Like, here. Okay, I'll prove it to you. I mean, this is just a fact that people are still buying and selling Bitcoin. They're just selling fractional amounts, and maybe they're paying a little higher fee. Like people who are always buying back in and then selling out, like they have no Bitcoins whatsoever. They may not be making as much money because of the fees that it costs. But if you're on local Bitcoins, it doesn't really matter, right? Because it's all internal anyway. But like, look at this. People are still buying and selling. There's no question about it. People are still buying and selling. I don't know what the transaction volumes are, but on a peer-to-peer individual level, if it's millions of dollars a day, let me see how many I have. Let me take a quick look. I'm going to take a quick look at the transactions in US dollar. It's loading right now, but you can see right here that people are still trading Bitcoin peer-to-peer on local Bitcoins. And look at this, 1 Bitcoin. Someone recently contacted me wanting 1 or 2 Bitcoin. So 1 or 2 Bitcoin, 1 Bitcoin's right now. Let me see. I would sell probably close to $13,000 for 1 Bitcoin right now. I would have to put a nice premium on it because it's really getting harder to find someone who wants to sell you Bitcoin because they're seeing the price go up so fast. Why would you want to sell your Bitcoin? You probably want to just hold on to it, and you're not in a rush to sell your Bitcoins at all. If you do sell them, you're just selling fractional amounts. Okay, so let me see here. All right, so in 30 days in US dollars, okay, local Bitcoins sells $45 million worth of Bitcoins every month. All right. and it's probably going to be higher as the price goes up because it's priced in Bitcoin. Let me see. In Bitcoins, it's about 5,000 Bitcoins a month because the price of Bitcoin's gone up. It looks like $45,000 worth of Bitcoins, but it could be. It could be. That's in U.S. dollars. That's just in U.S. dollars. All right, so keep in mind. All right, so let me go back. All right, so let's see what what do I got here? All right, so all right, the price of Bitcoin went up again. $12,343 is the all-time high. Oh my gosh. I don't even know if there's a point to doing a chart analysis. If you didn't buy Bitcoins, all right, if you didn't buy Bitcoins, I don't know what to say to you, but you're missing out. Wow, look at that. This wall, if there was a wall, just disappeared. It's gone. And now, I mean, there's nothing holding this price back from going. I don't know. I don't know when the next wall is. I don't know where the next wall is. I probably have to look at Bitstamp and to see where the wall is. But from what I can tell, let me see. Where's the next wall at 12,500? So 12,500 looks like the next wall. Other than that, you're looking at 12,900 being the bigger wall, and from there it looks like there's a huge wall from there. So 12,900. That's just right now. Yeah, let me see here. Well, it is hard to use Bitcoin. You probably have to go through a merchant processor like BitPay and everything to purchase things. If you want to buy a Lambo, I think there's some dealerships out there that accept Bitcoins for Lambo or a Tesla. Um, but really, how things are really done is you don't really use your Bitcoin to buy things. It's being more and more popular these days. It is more available to buy, a condo or a house using your Bitcoin. But usually it's just, you sell your Bitcoin for cash and then you use the cash, for whatever. That's all it is. All right. So there was a 50 Bitcoin sell order that drove the price down to what, 12,334, but it's just bounced right back up. It just bounced right back up. No problem. There's like a $40 spread right now. So, but you got to consider where the liquidity is. The liquidity is not in any other altcoin. The liquidity for cash, at least, is in Bitcoin, and so and that's just outside the exchange. So I don't know what you would be in a hurry to sell. I mean, if you just keep holding on it and use it for day to day, and you just sell a little bit during the day, or use it a little bit during the day, you can make your Bitcoin stretch way longer, way longer. I mean, just to give you an idea, I pretty much bought in as much as I could at the beginning of the year, and I'm still using the same Bitcoin. All right, that's just my trading wallet. I'm still using the same amount of Bitcoin. Every time I sell some, it kind of goes down in value, but give it a couple weeks, it goes up and even more. And it's like, wow, what the hell just happened? So it's a good time to be in Bitcoin. I have to tell you that. Really good time. Jacob TS, you're saying the biggest wall on Crypto Watch looks like 1,300 wall. Do you know what price that's at? Yeah, that's the other thing. Pisces traits rule 373. Coinbase is going to let you have your Bitcoin. They're supposed to let you have your Bitcoin Cash around January. I don't know if they'll have it on their exchange or not, but if they add Bitcoin Cash on the exchange, I mean, there's a lot of people who probably are going to be dumping Bitcoin Cash and buying Bitcoin. Obviously, if you look at the price, Bitcoin's going up, Bitcoin Cash is going down. So something obviously people are speaking up or are making their decisions. So that's what's happening here. People are choosing Bitcoin, obviously. Anyways, I don't know if there's even a chart analysis here to do. If it's making all-time highs, just go with it. Matter of fact, let's take a look here. Average is finally touching the bottom of this candle, and if it pushes higher, it's just gonna get really close. There is a gap here, but I think there's so much momentum. It's hard to do chart analysis. All I can say is the price is going up, and it'll probably keep going up. There's so much momentum. Okay, at 13,000. Okay, the biggest sell wall is at 13,000. Yeah, I kind of see it like right here. It looks like it moved down a little bit at 12,800. At 13,000, looks like it's at 12,000 Bitcoins here. The biggest wall I see, I mean, the biggest jump is from, well, it's moving around. But right now it's at 12,800. But still, these things can change like in a moment's notice. Will Campbell, good to welcome you into the chat here. Okay, Coinbase is sell only. Will Campbell says Coinbase is sell only, no Bitcoin buys or no Bitcoin Cash buys. Well, they may change that policy, but at least you have Bitstamp, you have Bitphoenix, and you have other exchanges. I think more and more exchanges are going to probably open up a little into having Bitcoin Cash to be traded, because a lot of people have them, and we all want to trade them for Bitcoin. So that's what's happening. If Roger Ver and Jian Wu want to put more money to support that price, let them. Okay, I have to say let them, because eventually they're going to give you more Bitcoin or more money, whatever you want to do. So Coinbase released that statement, Will Campbell, that they're just going to sell and not have a buy. They've changed, they flip-flopped on a lot of times. They were going to call it Bitcoin Cash, and then not have it offered. Then they were going to offer it, and they're not going to offer it, and then they will have SegWit, and they won't have SegWit. Now they will have SegWit. They seem to flip-flop a lot. So I don't know what's going to happen. I think they're just going to have to fold somehow, some way, and please the markets. The market wants to sell Bitcoin Cash. Maybe some people want to buy Bitcoin Cash. Whatever. I'm not worried about it. I'm just happy the price just keeps going up. Anyways, nothing to see here. Let's move on. Let's just go on with this meme here. Anyways, I'm probably going to end this episode here. I've had a great time doing this with you guys. Thanks for being here. It was great to share this moment of history and enjoy this with you. I had fun making this meme here. I'm hoping that everything works out with Tether, that there's really $814 million somewhere that is backing up these Tether tokens, because that's a lot of money. And in reality, I know that Tethers are really meant for you to put money in and never take your money out. I know that's the reality of the situation. But I think there's a lot of people who are questioning the validity and the risk of using tethers, and I think there's a legitimate risk there in using tethers. So if you have tethers, what I'm going to tell you, sell your Bitcoin, or I'm not sorry, not sell your Bitcoin, sell your tethers and buy some Bitcoin, or sell whatever other coin, and then please take it off the exchange. Okay. The worst thing that can happen is the price of your altcoins or the price of Bitcoin will go up. It has to go up because the exchange needs you to the exchanges need to entice you to put Bitcoins onto their exchanges for liquidity, right? So if there really is money, then they should be able to absorb that kind of run on the exchanges, or the price should be driven up high enough to the point where it meets those supply and demand issues. And so, if they really are backed, then it shouldn't be a problem because the exchanges should be able to redeem them, right? Should be able to redeem those tether tokens, those $814 million of tethers. Hopefully, they're not going to, dump that onto their customers and socialize that loss. If they're really, if there is no money there, you realize they're not going to be paying for it. You're going to be paying. You're going to pay for it. You're going to pay it in a bail-in or a bailout, probably a bail-in. They're going to take it out of your account, and I know they will because Bitfinex has done something like that. They have given everyone a haircut, and will issue you probably more share tokens or whatever nonsense. But be careful. Own your private keys. Own your Bitcoin. Don't own any tethers. Just dump those. But I highly recommend getting Bitcoin. But if not, get some Litecoin, get some Ethereum, get some Monero. If you have to, get some Dash. You know, but get something that you can control and you have, and that's not centralized. All right, that just in case if the market goes awry, you can still own some value and let some other exchange pop up, the more legitimate exchange or more financially healthy exchange, and then you can go back to trading. You won't lose it all. You won't be Mt. Goxed. You won't be Bitfinex. What else? All the exchanges have gotten hacked at some point in time. So you're just better off owning those keys, owning the Bitcoin, owning your cryptocurrencies, and if you can, try to trade peer to peer. You'll probably make more money. Use Tether Connect link. There is no Tether Connect link, is there? There's no Tether Connect. Please tell me there's not. Oh goodness, that's very funny. Anyways, I'd like to thank everybody in the chat. The famous cryptocurrencies: Pisces Trait, Rule 373, the 21 Million Club, FUD Machine, Ty Michelle Knight, Will Campbell. Let's see who else is in here. My goodness, we all had fun tonight. I'm having a great time. Richie Rich, thank you very much for visiting here, being in the chat. Dual Overhead Camness, Brian, thank you, Brian. Let's see who else. Jacob TS, thanks for stopping by in the chat. Hiroshi Shive, Space Odyssey Network, Free Skillshare Media, Q Burrow, welcome. Thanks for being in the chat there and chatting it up with everybody. Crypto Cotter. Gosh, who else is in here? Oh, Julie G from a while back ago. Ty Coker. Who else is in here? Andy Anderson I think there was also a ghost machine here. Was there a ghost? I thought I saw a ghost. Maybe not. Anyways, thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Feel free to like, dislike, leave a comment after the live stream, or even do a video response. Until next time, everyone, stay tuned. Bye.